We're getting ready for the gold medal at the Olympics for soccer, and now we're getting really toward the end of the line to find out who's going to get there, and we need some help doing it. So Michael DeCourcy joins us courtesy of Sporting News to break it all down. Mike, we've got some matches coming up. In fact, there's one straight ahead of us here at noon Eastern, so I don't want to waste much time saying hi and giving you a high five. Let's get right to it. Morocco takes on Spain. It's supposed to be a very highly contested match, I would assume, today based on the odds. So let's take a look at those. Morocco is plus 240, so they are the dog. Spain is the favorite. They're plus 110, but as you can see there, a tie is plus 240 as well. So naturally, this could go any of three directions, at least from looking at the odds. That's my interpretation of it. How about yours?
Yeah, the challenge in evaluating Olympic soccer is that these teams are really not together for very long. They might have a few friendlies on the way in. And in the case of Spain, for instance, a couple of their players wouldn't have been available for those exhibitions because they were on the Euro 2024 squad that they didn't get a lot of playing time, but they were on the Euro squad that won the championship, Lopez and Baena. And so we don't really know, even after 3-4 games, exactly how great these teams are. I think if you went on impression and watching them play, you'd feel pretty strong about Morocco. Morocco has been fabulous, taking out Argentina back in the contested opener that became so controversial, and then the obliteration of the United States 4-0 in the quarterfinals. You'd be really excited about it. That plus the fact that they probably have the most accomplished player in the tournament in Achraf Hakimi. You could say Alexander Lacazette from France, but maybe the most accomplished younger player. Hakimi is an overage player in this competition. Everybody's supposed to be 23 or younger except for three players. Lacazette is toward the end of his career. Hakimi is in the prime of his, and he's a fabulous right back. And he was phenomenal against the United States on Friday. For me, I feel like a little bit of the upset here is in order. Spain has the brand recognition, but Morocco has a really tightly orchestrated team. They were so well coached against the United States. Their moves were beautiful. Hakimi's as good as there is at his position. I like what I see from them, but again, it's a tough thing to grade teams that have only really been together for 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, and I think that's fair because, again, you look at the odds. I mean, I think FanDuel has it appropriately priced because of that. As you mentioned, a lot of the players younger in age than you would normally see when the countries would be playing against each other in a tournament. Let's take a look real quick at anytime goal scorer. You illustrated a couple of names there. I was wondering if you like any others. Sergio Camelo is the favorite to score a goal today at plus 200. Abel Ruiz at plus 210. And then, pretty much, as you can see, Mike, not a ton of value there, like plus 230s, plus 300s right, for an anytime goal scorer. I mean, usually this is 4s, 5s. What am I reading into here by seeing that?
Yeah, I think some of it is that it's such a I hate to use this term in this phrase but it's a crapshoot. You don't want to hit a gambling issue with a gambling cliche, but it kind of is because it's really hard to gauge who is going to score. Again, it's not just this is a youth competition. If you were looking at the U20 World Cup, say, United States just qualified for the next one with their victory over the weekend, and then fell in the championship of the CONCACAF. Those teams are together. They play in the qualifying, they play in advance of the tournament, and then they're in the tournament. The Olympics is basically put together. Okay, here you go. You're on the plane to Paris, and that's really tough to judge, and that's why it's really hard to know who would get a goal out of this. I would say that this would be a bad bet for anyone to take. If you have conviction, do it. But there's no price value in any of that.
No, a lot of 2-to-1s in a soccer match. You just don't see that a lot. And I think that you're probably right. If you can't price it, don't give anybody great odds. And I think that's what FanDuel is doing. Okay, a little bit of a different story here. So, Mike, we got the semifinals on the other side. We got France and Egypt. I mean, most expect France to dominate and win this one. They're a heavy favorite here at minus 310. Even a tie is 4-1. Egypt not expected to be at this stage. One of the big surprises, probably, I would say, on the men's side, plus 750. Anything to surprise us today? Any shot here that Egypt comes away with one of the bigger Olympic upsets we've seen?
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right, Craig. We've seen upsets at this tournament, at these Olympics, I should say, in various sports. But I would say that if Egypt were to beat France, even though, as I mentioned before, these are not together teams, Egypt beating France on France's home soil with Lacazette out there, etc., would be among the bigger upsets of these games. I'm not going to go into history and all of that. I'm not sure whether we could go and say it's as big as Russia beating the Olympic U.S. men's basketball team in '72 or something like that. But it would be an enormous upset. Again, because it's such a high reward, and all they have to do is nick a goal and stay clean on the defensive side. You might be able to get a big reward for what is just basically a victory. But I would say that it would be a stunner if they were able to pull it off.
All right. And finally, let's hit the 3-on-3s. Team USA went out with a whimper, to say the least. Netherlands against Lithuania today at noon. So that's coming up in about 40 minutes from now. And right now I see Netherlands as a slight favorite, -1.5. And then we have Latvia taking on France. And that game will be played later as well. Latvia actually favored in this one, and despite France having the home crowd there. Again, Mike, I watch a little bit of this. I know that they're trying to incorporate new sports, new ideas into the Olympics. I think they've done a good job of it. How would you define this sport specifically in the Olympics, and who do you think comes out?
Well, my friend Fran Fraschilla, who is involved with the U.S. effort, but didn't get enough input, in my opinion, into who should be on the team. I would say that he compared it to beach volleyball. And I thought that was a perfect descriptor. Look for Latvia.
All right, Latvia, says Mike DeCourcy. Mike, see you soon. Thanks again.